Hello, guys. So if you are doing schoolwork every day, which you should be, then yesterday you guys took the Angles assessment on Master Connect. Um, Quite a few of you did pretty good on that, so nice job with that. If you haven't taken that yet, you need to stop watching this video, go take your Angles assessment, and then come back to this video because this video is on what we're getting into next in math. So, sorry, I'm a little out of breath. I just worked out. So next in math, we're going to be getting into word problems. And word problems is something that's kind of tricky because it mixes reading and math all together in one jumbled mess. And sometimes it gets kids really confused. So we're going to spend the last couple weeks of school working on word problems, and I hope that this will help you understand them a little bit more, that way you're not as confused. So just remember, the answer to an addition problem is a sum. The answer to a subtraction problem is a difference. The answer to multiplication is a product, and the answer to a division is a quotient. So these problems are going to ask you questions, and you'll be looking for the sum, the difference, the product, and the quotient of each problem. But today we're just going to do addition. Tomorrow we will just do subtraction, and then the next day will be addition and subtraction together. And then we'll do just multiplication, just division, and multiplication and division together. Okay? But this is just addition. So remember, in a word problem, sometimes they make the problem seem like it's really, really long to try to trick you and mess with your brain. And that information is called unneeded or unwanted information. It's useless. It has nothing to do with the math problem, and it's there just to kind of try to trick you a little bit, because what would math be if it didn't try to trick you? So I have two problems here. That's why I'm standing up. I'm not against my wall like normal. You can actually see a little bit of my apartment. I have two problems here. We're going to go over them. We're going to talk about the useless information, what the problem is actually asking us, and then we're going to solve the problem. And this will help you so that you will do well on your worksheet. Okay? So this is the first problem. It says, Sam picked 32 apples. Dan picked 25 apples, and Tom picked 33. After they picked apples, they made apple pie. How many apples did they pick? So, in this problem, we're obviously talking about apples. So, apples is going to be our label, and you have to include labels in your answer, or I'm going to call them wrong. Because if you don't include the label, then I have no idea what you're talking about. Okay? So, we want to know what is this problem actually asking us? Okay, what are they looking for? How would we find the answer? Well, it's asking how many apples did they pick? Okay, it has nothing to do with them making an apple pie. Okay, that whole apple pie nonsense is what we call that useless information. Okay, so the fact that after they picked apples, they made apple pie, we don't care about that. Okay, good for them. If they made apple pie, I hope they saved me a piece. The question is asking us, how many apples did they pick? So we know that Sam picked 32. Oh, my markers are all dying on me. Sam picked 32, Dan picked 25, and Tom picked 33. How many did they pick all together? Okay, so this is obviously an adding or an addition problem. We're looking for a sum. So we want to take, I'm going to turn my board this way just for the heck of it, 32 apples that Sam picked, 25 that Dan picked, and 35 that Tom picked, or 33, sorry. And we want to add them together to find the sum. So we know that 2 plus 5 is 7, and 7 plus 3 is 10. So 0, 1 goes up top because we're adding. 1 plus 3 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. And 6 plus 3 is 7, 8, 9. So they picked 90 apples. here's where that label part comes in. Your answer has to say 90 apples. Okay? If you don't write 90 apples, it could be 90 flowers, 90 pieces of grass, 90 cookies, 90 what? They picked 90 apples, and that's what we need to know. Okay, so the answer to this is 90 apples. Super simple, basic addition. Make sure that you're looking for the question of what they're asking, and you get rid of that useless information and you focus on the numbers. Now, sometimes the numbers don't matter, all of them. Sometimes all of the numbers don't matter, only some of them matter. And that's what we're going to take a look at in this next problem. Okay? So, it says, Miss Craw has 2 dogs, 27 chickens, 4 pigs, and 17 fish. No, that is not true. I have 1 dog, and that is plenty. Okay? Today, 18 baby chicks were born. How many chicks does Miss Craw have now? So, we want to know what the problem is asking us. What is the question? What do they want to know? Well, they want to know how many chickens does Miss Craw have now? Okay? Some definite useless information in here. If the question is asking us about chickens, do you need to know how many other pets I have? Do you need to know how many dogs or pigs or fish or cat or cows or horses or whatever I have? No. This is asking us specifically about chickens, so all we need is the chicken information. So Miss Craw has 2 dogs. Don't care. Miss Craw has 27 chickens. That's important to know. 4 pigs. Useless information. And 17 fish. They're probably all going to die anyways. Today, 18 baby chicks were born. Obviously, you guys know that baby chicks come from chickens. So, that's an important number. So, Miss Craw now has 27 chickens. Today, 18 chicks were born. How many chickens does she have in all? Or how many chicks and chickens? You do 27 plus 18. 8 plus 7 is 15. 1 plus 2 is 3 plus 1 is 4. So my answer is 45 what? 45 chickens. Remember, if you don't put this label and you just write 45, it's going to be wrong. And then I'm going to have to tell you that you need to go back in and add labels and you need to redo it. So that's just a little help on word problems, specifically addition ones, which is what we are getting into. So you need to watch this video, which if you're listening still by now, then you have already watched it. And go in and do that word problem worksheet. Remember, it's all addition, and you're finding the sum. Get rid of that useless information, and make sure that you're adding carefully, and make sure that you put the labels in there. Okay? If you need help, reach out, and Mrs. Phillips or I will definitely be willing to help you.